Lesley Mackinnon, she, her. And so my role is manager of health and safety. And then I also look after the WCB as well. So in 2015, I went through cancer treatment. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So there was a lot that had happened in a very short period of time. I was pretty tired. I was really burnt out from just trying to find work, trying to, kind of get my life sort of back to normal. So there was a lot of things that came at me. And then you kind of fast forward to 2020 and the pandemic hit. And so I did do a lot of work in, sort of prior to the pandemic, 2019, I had a counselor, I hired a leadership coach. So I tried to do a lot of work because I was getting triggered at work. So I guess for me, that was sort of when I started to realize that I wasn't able to handle things the way I used to. I've always been, you have to model the behaviors that you're promoting. And so through all of the stuff that we've done here, that's also helped me kind of get perspective. Having a strategy or a roadmap, where you bring a group together to really talk through what it is you want to accomplish. Because I think you can keep going back to that roadmap and it can help you sort of navigate, where you want to go. And it'll keep you on track for sure. And I would say, again, starting with leaders, helping them to be more vulnerable and human when dealing with employees in the workplace. I think sometimes they're afraid to be vulnerable, but I think that helps because more people will maybe raise their hand or, not be afraid to have that conversation. Somebody goes through a traumatic incident in the workplace, there's going to be some kind of a lingering mental health issue or potentially some trauma. They may look physically fine, but there may be other things that are impacting them. And that individual was probably triggered by things that were going on in his life at the time. And that event just happened to be one of the triggers. So I always think about that in terms of how I advocate and how I look at things going forward, that there's more to people than just how they look and what they're telling you, and I think we have to take the time to understand sort of, what's going on behind the eyes.